Hey YouTube, Shogun Shinobi here with a review of the Power Rangers Super Samurai 4-inch Wave 4. I think, if I'm counting right, I think this is Wave 4, but that's what it says in the title, so that's what I'm going with. So this wave consists of the Super Mega Mode Rangers and then a Shogun Ranger. So that's always a fun time, right guys? Yeah, yay, remolds. That wasn't obvious. The Super Mega Modes are remolds of the original Mega Modes. Go ahead and grab one to compare. I already did this comparison with the San Diego Comic-Con pack, but here is the Super Mega Mode compared to the normal Mega Mode. As you can see, it's a different body. Basically, that's the only difference, is the main body piece. Everything else is identical. So, there you go. There's that. Each one comes packed with a Super Mega Blade. Mega Blade with the black box attached to it at the bottom of the hilt there. Yep, it's smaller than the normal Mega Blade. For shame. Anyway, enough of that, and on to the actual figures. So the three guys all share the same base molding with a different head, just like all the original figures. And just like the Mega Mode figures, they all have pretty basic articulation. You have a head swivel. It can't really look up and down all that much. Obviously, the vertical arm articulation is hindered by the shoulder pads here, but that's what you can expect from having shoulder pads. Single joint right there, a swivel at the wrist, a swivel here at the hip, with some motion here. It doesn't go back too much, but it goes full forward. Single joint at the knee, and then a swivel right here at the boot area. His sword hilt fell off, or hilt holder fell off. Just plug that back on. Samurai's pouch over here, and that is about all. Not particularly painted on the back, though I'm not even sure if they are. I don't believe they are. With some serial numbers back here. So overall, I really do like the way that these look. When you compare them to the normal Mega Modes, I really just think that these pop very nice. The white acts as a very nice accent, and it just kind of makes it a little less overbearing in color, and I think it just looks really nice overall. Personally, this is probably my favorite of the modes, besides the Shogun mode itself. I just think these look overall cooler than the Super Shoguns, or the Super Shoguns, the Super modes do with the whole cape thing and or the cloak rather. And I think they look better than the normal Mega modes because the white I think really acts as a nice accent. So stay. No, that's not okay. You can stay like that, Jaden. That's fine. Here is Kevin, blue. The blue in particular with the white looks very nice. His Super Mega Blade's a little bit bent for some reason. But again, very, very nice figure. And then to complete the guys, here's Mike. There we go, there's Jane. He fell down. Now he knocked me over because that's not his girlfriend. Green. Green, I think, is my least favorite of the guys in Mega Mode. The helmet, I think, is just a little bit too square for me, but that's how Mike runs, so I guess it works. But, yeah, just a little bit too square for my taste. That's still pretty cool. So here's Emily. Pretty much the same as the base Mega Mode for the girls in terms of size. Pretty nice overall, I think. Just a hair too thin, but that's how Bandai likes to imagine the girls, so whatever. Yeah. I have to say, the collars make these forms look really badass, I think. Not entirely sure why, but there's just something about the collar that makes them look really, really cool. So for the girls, same exact articulation as the guys, so I'm not really going to go over it again. But just know it's the same exact articulation. Just miniaturized because it's a girl figure. And here is Mia. Once again, the pink used is a little bit a deeper color than the bright pink that we're used to on some figures. But looks really, really nice overall. I say really, really a lot, and I apologize for that. I don't know why I need to apologize for that, but I do anyway. So, there is your Super Mega Modes. And here is the Shogun Ranger. This is my personal, we're going to move the weapon for now. My personal favorite toy to come out of Bandai's figure line of recent times was the 12-inch Shogun Ranger. And the fact that they were making a 4-inch figure excited me just because I do actually like the 4-inch scale, all things considered. And I love, love, love the suit so much. So I'm really glad that they ended up making one. I really wish they would have made the whole team just like the 12-inch scale version, but what can you do? At least we got this one. So detail-wise, the 12-inch is obviously superior in detail, but this one isn't that bad. In terms of head articulation, you basically just got a rotation because, again, he can't look up and down all that much. These shoulder pads are, I think, connected via pegs. Yeah, just a peg that I now have to put back on. So these just swivel back and forth, so you can push them backwards if you need to get a little bit more arm articulation going on, so that's nice. They are a little bit pliable, so you can kind of get them up to go like that too. So it all depends on what you need it to do. These do not actually swivel, but again, they are pliable, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem. Just make sure you don't like pose them doing the splits or some weird thing like that, because these will hold that position because they are a softer plastic. On the back here, obviously unpainted, but still very impressive looking. And the deep maroon color is very nice as well. Matches the Mega Mode red that came with the Tiger Tank pretty well. But just the fact that they made this figure I think is really nice. The Shogun buckle in here in particular is very nicely sculpted. It doesn't have all the paint that it should, but it's definitely nicely sculpted. Now he comes with a Mega Blade, which is the same Mega Blade that came with the Rangers, though it looks like it's a tiny bit smaller maybe. It might just be an optical illusion. But actually it is a little bit different, but it's roughly the same size. And then of course a Bullzooka, because this hasn't been made yet. It's a little bit curved because of just how it was packaged. It should be right around there. They're packed away right now, so I can't particularly show it. But a super spin sword from the super modes can fit right in here to make the Super Bullzooka. So that's a plus. You can see the indentation in there. So those fit in there nicely. Otherwise, you can raise the horns a little bit. Just have the normal Bullzooka. The headpiece obviously doesn't move like the actual toy does, but the horns do at least. They're a separate piece altogether. So you can make the Super Bullzooka, or you can take the Mega Blade and attach it like this, which is actually backwards. It's supposed to attach with that piece down. But nitpicking aside, plop that in wherever you want to. This piece, the handle, obviously if it did fold up, would be very elongated compared to the handle of the Mega Blade. So you get a very inaccurate looking Shogun Spear, but there really isn't anything you can do about it besides making one of your own. So that's really about all you can do. He does hold it fairly well. If it pops apart, you just pop it back together. It weighs a little bit considering it's two weapons, and mine had a loose elbow joint. So he might have some trouble holding it or something like that. But pretty nice overall. If you can get it to where the handle is kind of in his armpit area, then it looks okay. But if you get it in an angle where you can see that Bullzooka handle, then it's just kind of a bit of a letdown in my opinion. I kind of just wish they would have packed him with a Shogun Spear that was actually molded to look like the actual Shogun Spear and not what we ended up getting. But regardless, this is a nice wave of figures that I punched the camera for because it fills me with rage or something, not really. But there goes a fly, because it's here to bother me, because it's nighttime, and that's what flies do. But very nice set of figures. The Super Mega Modes, I think, are the best looking samurai figures out there. So if you're going to get a set of Rangers, I would actually recommend getting these, just because I do think they look really nice. If you don't like that mode, then I guess by all means pick up something else. But I do think those look the best out of all the samurai suits. Shogun Ranger is a very nice figure. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that you're only going to get one and not the entire team of Shogun Rangers. But considering you can only have one at a time anyway, I guess you can only have one of these at a time anyway too. But hypocrisies aside, is a very cool toy. So if you're a fan of the design, I definitely recommend picking up the 4-inch Shogun Ranger. Probably my favorite figure in the line in general. Wow, that's a really obnoxious fly. So I definitely recommend picking up all 6 of these figures. There is one more figure in the wave, but he/she is not due out until October, around the time that he/she appears in the show. Most of you, I'm sure, know what I'm talking about, thanks to Latin America already having the finale, in which case you might want that guy even more. Shogun Ranger. Well, if you watched the finale, then you know what I'm talking about. Very cool. I watched it. It was really cool. So, yeah, if you like these figures, go ahead and pick them up. I have no problems with them. The joints are a lot tighter than the Mega Mode figures that had some floppy problems. Outside of a little bit of a loose arm on the Shogun Ranger, I have no problem with any of these, and I do think they're incredibly well done. So, thanks, Bandai. One thing I do want to point out is the fact that this is actually divided into 2 different waves, or case assortments, rather, of the new wave. You have a wave that consists of the Super Mega Mode guys and the Shogun Ranger, along with some repackages of other figures like Normal Mode Gold that a lot of people were looking for. He got re-released in that wave. Now you also have a little bit of an issue with finding the girls, because they're in a different case assortment that has all 5 of the Mega Modes, the Super Mega Modes, and that's it. There is no Shogun Ranger in that wave. So a lot of stores are either getting one case assortment or the other, and not both. Thanks to my pal Rider Zero, I got the Shogun Ranger, because none of my stores stocked that case assortment. They all stocked the ones with all 5 of the Super Mega Mode Rangers. So if you're having trouble finding certain figures in your area, you might want to contact other fans in different areas to see if you can buddy up and complete your collections. But of course, some stores are stocking both waves. I know Dawson was able to get all of his locally. So if you can't find them, wait a little bit or contact someone. Hopefully they can help clear out your collection. You can check out ShogunShogun.com for this updates on my reviews and hauls. And of course, check out WritersRangersRemolds.com for your latest token news in the craziest way possible. Take care and have a great one.